So, The Vow. The Vow. Starring Rachel McAdams and starring Channing Tatum. Two gorgeous actors. Rachel McAdams, Canadian gem. You know, there's American Sweetheart, there's Canadian sweethearts too, okay? Rachel McAdams is a Canadian sweetheart. Meanwhile, you pair her with the chiseled-jawed Channing Tatum. God, I wish I looked like that guy. He's a good-looking dude, but unfortunately I don't. But anyway, what's this movie about? Rachel McAdams and Channing Tatum are in a loving marriage. All of a sudden, they get in a car accident. Channing Tatum makes it out okay. However, Rachel McAdams comes out with a little brain injury. She forgot the past 5 years of her life. So the movie is about the struggle of trying to get her to remember her past 5 years. Meanwhile, her parents, played by Sam Neill and Gina Davis, are trying to convince her that, yeah, maybe the you from 5 years ago was better than the you after 5 years. There's some conflict going on there. Listen, this is a chick flick with a capital C and F. Both of those words. Chick flick. And I watched that alone in my basement whilst drinking a beer. I don't think that was the intent of the movie. I think the intent of the movie was to have girls drag you to the movie theater to watch this movie, and you just go with it because you're trying to make out with her after. That was the intent of the movie, not for some guy to watch it solo with his hand halfway down his pants like I did. However, this movie was harmless. When this movie came out, it got bashed by critics. Bashed. Absolutely bashed. And it's not that bad, you know. It's schmaltzy. It's a little it's really corny. It kind of feels like a Hallmark movie at times. But I didn't look at my watch as much as I thought I would. Okay? I want to talk a bit about Channing Tatum. Because everyone thinks he's just a pretty boy, which he is. He's a very good-looking guy, like I said. But he's also a talented actor. And you don't really see him in much anymore, which is weird, because the last few movies he made, I really enjoyed his performance in. I liked him in Logan Lucky. I thought he was really good in that. I liked him in Foxcatcher. He was great in that. I like him in Magic Mike. Look, I watched Magic Mike. I watched it. Guys who are opposed to watching Magic Mike, it's Boogie Nights but with male stripping, okay? Just watch it, it's good, trust me. But he was good in that. He's also good in 21 and 22 Jump Street. I love those movies are hilarious. And he's really good in that. So Channing Tatum is a good actor. However, this movie, The Vow, comes from the earlier part of his career, where he was a bit more of just a pretty boy, and they used to cast him just based on his looks. Which, later on in his career, he became a more solid actor, and collaborated with directors such as Soderbergh. So in this, his performance is a little lacking in my opinion, but he did improve as his career went on. Rachel McAdams is lovable. She's Rachel McAdams. No problems there. I have some, like, I like taking these movies and watching them and kind of like tearing them apart in my head, because I'm a bit of an old grouch when it comes to that kind of shit. I don't like the fact that she forgot the past 5 years of her life, and it's like clear cut 5 years. It's not like she remembers a few things. Like, the memory doesn't work chronologically, you know? You don't remember, you don't necessarily remember what happened yesterday more so than 2 days ago. It's a jumble, you know? And the way this movie treats it, it's like, no, everything past this deadline she cannot remember. And it's like, okay, that's a little weird. I feel like she would have, like, some memories. I don't know. It feels weird that there's, like, such a deadline to her memory. I don't think the brain works like that, but I might be wrong. Also, Channing Tatum in this movie does some dumb decisions. And at first, you know, you watch the movie, and you're like, Rachel McAdams, come on, this guy is trying. Throw him a freaking bone. You can't just yell at him. He's trying his best. But this guy, he does some dumb decisions in this movie. Sorry, my furnace just went on. if you hear that in the background. But he does some dumb decisions in this movie. Exhibit A, she was in a coma, got severe brain trauma to the point that she forgot the past 5 years of her life. As soon as she comes home, what's his idea? To have 20,000 people scream, "Surprise!" Listen, if anyone's ever gotten a concussion at home, the last thing you want is people yelling in your ear. Okay, that's gonna give you a massive headache, guaranteed. And you know what? Rookie mistake, he probably didn't know better, whatever. But then later on in the movie, she's painting or sculpting and he's trying to get her to paint and sculpt. And what does he do? He fucking blasts music right in her ear, like fucking loud. I'm like, dude, do you not understand how brain trauma works? Get that loud stimulus out of her fucking ear. Like, I know this guy's heart is in the right place, okay? Channing Tatum's heart in this movie is in the right place. He's doing all the good moves. But, dude, you gotta have some, reasoning in your brain not to do something like this. This to me is stupid. It's just stupid. Why would you do that? But other than that, I hate it in romantic movies where they just show you the good in a couple's relationship. So you take a movie like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I talked about. You see the ups and downs of the relationship, and seeing those ups and downs really makes you cherish when the characters do end up together at the end, because they are meant to be, despite... Look, every relationship has, like, moments where you fight and shit like that. This couple in this movie, no conflict whatsoever between these two characters. There's, like, one part where Rachel McAdams lashes out at Channing Tatum, and then Channing Tatum lashes out, like, back at her. But everything else is just so over-the-top, lovey-dovey. It's like, I don't know... I've never seen a relationship like this. Girls, if your guy is this nice to you, like the way Channing Tatum is nice to this girl, it means he's cheating on you and trying to compensate. That's my theory. That's just my theory. But I think it's accurate. No guy is that nice. At some point, like, a girl calls your name and says, "Leo, come over here," and the guy's just like, "Oh, what now?" You know? None of that with Channing Tatum in this movie. He's just like, "Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, ma'am." So, he's too perfect, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dick in life. I want to see my characters as an accurate reflection of me. But yeah, I thought the characters were unrealistically nice in this movie. And Sam Neill is such a dick in this movie. He, like, pressures Channing Tatum to divorce Rachel McAdams. Constantly says that he ruined his daughter. He even has an affair. He cheats on the great Gina Davis. Who can cheat on Gina Davis? League of Their Own? Come on, guys. She's a sweetie. But yeah, I think that was Gina Davis. It looked like Gina Davis. You can never tell nowadays, because once actresses hit 50, they all do, like, plastic surgery, and they all kind of look the same. Like, I can't tell Gina Davis from, like, Faye Dunaway. They look the same to me. But alright, guys, I'm in the middle of editing this review of The Vow. God, I look ugly. But, this is not a flattering angle. It's not Gina Davis, it's Jessica Lange. This is a note to all aging women in Hollywood. Please stop getting plastic surgery and facelifts. You guys are starting to all look alike. I can't tell you guys apart. I'm such a dick in life. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, guys. It's late. I'm crazy. The Vow, it's harmless. I think if a girl dragged me to the movie theater to watch this movie, I wouldn't want to, like, shoot myself in the head. I'm full of great compliments today. But, yeah. It's not up my alley. This is why, like, I was skeptical about doing a Love-athon, you know, but Alas, I did it. Look, my heart, it's made of dirt and some like gross sulfur. It's dirt and sulfur. That's just what my heart is, okay? Putting this on the love meter real quick, it's gonna be like about a 50%. I can see why this movie, as opposed to other movies that I've seen, I can see why this can be a guilty pleasure. Like, because there's some like bits where you're kind of like screaming at the TV and stuff like that. Which I do like. It kind of reminds me of like those Hallmark movies where you're just screaming at the TV like, "What are you doing? No! Don't stay with him! What the fuck? Slap him!" But yeah. It didn't really make me feel in love, which is probably what the intention of the movie was.
And a way back to each other.